people, they still giving some of the names that was amongst the 48. Different identities of who we are as a people. And that's mainly Judah, really. That's lost, man. That's really lost. That's lost. So, where you gonna be at? Because things are happening. And they're happening fast. And most of us are gonna be like a woman in travail. And that's what we see happening, people. You look at from the time the last incident happened where there was mass murders to the next time mass murders happened to the next time it happened, next time, getting closer and closer and closer together. And it's coming, it's knocking on the door. Look at Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. It says, verse 4, it said, behold, his soul is, which is lifted up, that's pride, is not upright in him. He already said. That's the way the Most High is, the way of Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it when salvation is coming on this earth. Point blank. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. See, we got to live by faith, believing in the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, Baal Shama Mashiach Yahushua. Say, yeah, also, because he transgresses by wine. What do you mean by that? He influencing everyone. That's why I say a lot of you Edomanize and don't even realize it. And day by day, you look at yourself, okay, well, why am I thinking like that? Well, I was trained. I went through this training and that training. I went through this school and that school and this school. Whose school? Who taught you that curriculum? Say what? He did. Y'all shouldn't hear nothing on this phone. But I just heard someone. See? Yeah, also because he transgresses by wine. This is an influence. Wine, that's what they call the spirits, right? They call liquor spirits. He transgresses by because you influence by him. You've been influenced by him and you don't realize it because you're in darkness. That part of your mind and spirit is in darkness. Well, you got to get rid of the darkness and bring the light clearly in to remove all that darkness. It says, he is a proud man, see? We just read about it. The enemies and the haters of the Most High. He's a proud man. Neither keep him at home. He ain't at home, he everywhere. He the policing everybody. Tell him you can have this, you cannot have nuclear power. Oh, you can. I'm gonna bring sanctions on you, I'm gonna starve you out. Ain't nothing going in, ain't nothing coming out. You ain't importing, export nothing. Neither keep him at home who enlarges his desire as hell. That's how he bring hell. It is as death. Remember what it said? We reared ourselves in the way of what? Wickedness and destruction. Job 9:24 says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges there, if not wherein who is it? So he is as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth, listen at this, but gathers unto him all nations. Now what country is that? If it's not America. The great melting pot of what? Nations. Gathering to himself. What nation or what kingdom or what country in this world have more people of different ethnicity than America? Gathers unto himself all nations and heapeth unto him all people. All people. Say, shall not all these take up a parable against him? And a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. Destruction unto him that increases that which is not his. Come on. They came to America in 1492. They stole America. Straight up. You ain't conquered nothing. You stole America, you stole Europe from the Japhetic people that was living in Europe when you came out of the Caucasus Mountains. Came over here, you know. You took down the dark nations in 1453, 1492. Your homeland is the Caucasus Mountains in South Georgia, Russia, between the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea. But he had creatures that which is not his. And think about it, the Most High screaming at him. It's an exclamation point. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. You ain't like him. You ain't red like clay is. You don't mean nothing. And that's why when the 21-year-old Edomite went in that church killed 9 Israelites, what did they do? He said, I'm hungry. I want some Burger King. They took him to Burger King. Why? Because he was one of them. The thing about it was a brother that went into a white church, armed like he was, killed 9 Christians. 9 white Christians. And he armed like that, and they catch him. He was very polite, just gave himself up. Yes, I did it and everything. He said, hey, I want some Burger King. Y'all give me some Burger King. You think he'd have made it to even say he wants some Burger King? Think about it. Would he not have been shot down? Because you know he's armed. He just killed all these people. And if he get an opportunity to get in the back seat, if he can talk, and he said, I want some Burger King. Think he'd have made it? Eric Garner was saying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. They killed him right there for everybody to see. He just wanted to breathe, that's all. He didn't want no Burger King. He just wanted to breathe. The judge talking about, well, we gotta have some type of feeling for his family, this, that, and the third. This is the world we in. It's not our world. Esau is the end of the world. It's his world. It's not our world. He's the power of this world. You can't get around that. Verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. It's prophecy, because this hasn't happened yet. They'll rob many nations, but they're going to be robbed. Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land. Men's blood and the violence of the land, of the city and of all that dwell therein. Say, woe destruction to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house. I mean, he wants everything that somebody has, that he may set his nest on high. And who live higher than him? That he may be delivered from the power of evil. Not going to be delivered from this. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house, to your own family, your own lineage. Who live in the house? Family. You have consulted shame to your family by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. See? Verse 12, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. How you get America? How they get America? Killing over 77 million of the North American Indians, tribe of Gad. Over 35 million, the tribe of Issachar, so-called Mexicans. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. How's America set up? Come on. Iniquity is anything that's contrary to the laws of the Most High. You're going to find in this Bible where the Most High said a man can marry another man, a woman can marry another woman. That's iniquity. Supreme Court said in 50 states it's legal. That's why the Most High destroyed 5 cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, because of the wickedness that they were doing. Wickedness, iniquity. And they established America with iniquity. And it's getting worse and worse. Where the morals at? No morals anymore. They say in God we trust. It ain't the God of this Bible. It ain't the power of this Bible for sure. See, problem is people are stuck. I remember I said people are caught stuck in the air. They stuck in thinking that this is going to be the way it's going to be forever. No, there are prophecies that are here. That's going to be fulfilled. And he's going to restore Zion to Zion. He's going to do that. It's a guarantee. Our power. And they know it. The elite know this. That's why it's very important that we accept the things that are written here, but know what's written here that's going to be beneficial for us, that was beneficial for our ancestors. That's why he told us, look, Job 8:8. Job 8:8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers. See, that means the time before we lived. And that's all the time that we see it in the Bible. The people that's here, they lived before us. To inquire, so we got to inquire of the former age, things that will enhance us, our knowledge and understanding of knowing what works through the Most High. Look at Romans 2:1. It says, therefore thou art inexcusable, O man. People that said, therefore thou art inexcusable, O man. Whosoever thou art that judgest. For wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. For thou that judgest doeth the same things. See, that's why you got to look at what he said as far as to be able to judge. But we are sure that the judgment of the Most High is according to truth against them which commit such things. And thinkest thou this, O man, that judgest them which do such things, and doeth the same, that thou shalt escape the judgment of the Most High? That's why you got to make sure that you're right before you bring forth judgment against someone. And you're doing something that's wicked too. This is after you talk about Romans 1 and 26. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. This is what I just talked about in the spirit. How they say a woman can be married to a woman in all 50 states. That's what he's saying in the Bible. This is against nature for a woman to get with another woman. Because Most High said, be fruitful and multiply, bring forth babies, children. He made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve and Eve and Eva. Come on. He said, be fruitful and repopulate the earth. It says, for this cause, verse 26, Romans 1:26, for this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the woman. See, man supposed to be with a woman. Burning their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meet, which was right. That's error, sin. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, because the law says you're not supposed to do that. Leviticus 20:13 says if a man lie down with mankind, if he shall a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them. It says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient. See? In verse 32 says, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, which he said, hey, the judgment is death, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. There it is. They that commit such things are worthy of death, as it is written here in the Bible. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So you that have pleasure in those that do that, say you deserve death too, according to the Most High's word. That's why you can't judge them doing it if you're doing the same thing. That's what it's saying in Romans, the 2nd chapter. Just so you bring it on home. You know, that's why they always say, well, he without sin cast the first stone. That's why we got to be spiritually endowed with knowing the laws, because they're not dealing with the laws. But they'll say he without sin, you ask them what's sin. And where can you find it in the Bible to define what it says? I can't tell you. Because remember, they taught you not under the law in the church. You go to church? Yeah, I go to church. So you're taught the laws of the Most High? No. We're not under the law, we're under mercy and grace. But yet still they'll say, they'll bring that in. Well, he without sin cast the first stone. What's sin? Transgression of the law, that they're not taught, that they're under, so they're not learning the laws of the Most High. 613 laws. They're not learning that, so how they gonna tell you he without sin cast the first stone? When they're not looking at and following the laws of the Most High. Because they're not taught the laws of the Most High in the church. A lot of the churches, I might say. That's why we have to be spiritually endowed to be able to make that judgment. But how you gonna make a judgment call on somebody you doing the same thing? That's why 1 Corinthians 2:15 says, but he that is spiritual judges all things. Remember we dealt with spiritual in the flesh, the spirit in the flesh, which is carnal, or being like the world, how thinking like the old man or the old woman, which is from Esau's world. You gotta be dehumanized, because I mean, you've been programmed. Your brain been polluted. It ain't been washed, it's been polluted. Now, to wash your brain, to be brain washed, it's got to be cleaned.